Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 13th class of this intermediate English course. Can you hear me?
Hi
Hi
everybody.
everybody.
Hi.
Hi
Hi
everyone. Good
Hi,
everyone. Good
evening.
Nidia.
evening.
Hi,
Good
Saoni.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, good evening, Janelle, Jennifer, Angela, Giovanni, Camila, Nidia,
Good evening, teacher.
Elizabeth. Okay, guys. So for tonight, we have a short but interesting topic. It's going to be short because it's a known topic. We studied this in the intro book. But either way, we're going to explain it tonight so we can reinforce the information. But before we do that, let me share my screen to show you our next 10 verbs that you are going to be studying. Let me share my screen. Okay, so on the platform, you have verb review number 7. Verb review number 7. And the verbs are the following: hurt, keep, know, kneel, knit, lay, lead, lean, leap, learn. Okay, I know that the last verbs sound similar, but they're different. Lead, lean, leap, learn. Okay, so we have hurt, 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 keep, kept, kept, know, knew, known, kneel, knelt, knelt, knit, 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 lay, laid, laid, lead, led, led, lean, lent, lent, leap, leapt, leapt, and learn, learned or learned, and the same thing here, learned or learned. So the difference here is in the ending sound. Here we have a T sound, learned. Here we have a D sound, learned. When we have verbs like this one that have two ways of writing, that you can write them in two different ways, or that you can pronounce them in two different ways, it's because both are possible. So you can choose either learned or learned. So you will find some Americans using learned, and other Americans or maybe British people will use learned, or vice versa. Okay? The idea here is to know that both exist, and you can choose one at first to memorize. Okay, let's say that learned is easier to remember than learn. Okay, and you choose one. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Just give me one small second. Something came up. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm really sorry that I had to go like that. Okay, so
Teacher,
yes, yes,
usted puso la clase a grabar,
Teacher,
que no me di cuenta.
yes, yes.
usted puso la clase a grabar,
The
que no me
class
di
is being
cuenta.
recorded.
Ok.
Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. So here we have our class for tonight. We have a new way of explaining the class tonight. Okay, a new method. I hope you like it. Okay, so tonight's unit, it's unit number 7. We went dancing. Okay, here we have free time activities like check social media, go dancing, listen to music, play video games, read, relax, spend time with friends and family, and watch TV. Okay, different activities. Okay, so our first exercise of the night is this conversation. What did you do last weekend? Okay, so let's read this. Who are going to begin with the reading? Okay, we have Saoni and Nidia. Okay, so Saoni is Neil and Nidia is Kara.
Okay. So, what did you do last weekend, Kara?
Oh, I had a great time.
Oh,
My friend
I
and
had a
had
great
pizza
time.
on
My
Saturday
friend
and there and
had
well
pizza
went
on
dancing.
Saturday and there and
Oh,
well
fun.
went dancing.
Did you go to the
Fun.
treadmill?
No,
Treadmill?
we did. When went
No,
to the
we
new
did.
place downtown.
When
How
went
about
to
you?
the new
Did you
place
go
downtown.
anywhere?
How about you?
No,
Did you
I
go
didn't
anywhere?
go anywhere at weekend. I host stayed home and stayed for 2 days. Spanish days.
Our days is today. I
Our days is
forgot about
today.
that.
I
Don't
forgot
worry.
about
You are
that.
wise. Gain it. N-A.
Okay, you always get an A. Okay, very well. Very well. Let's continue. Angela and Joanne Hill. Angela and Joanne Hill. So, Angela, Neil, you're going to read Neil, and Joanne Cara.
So, what did you do last weekend, Cara?
Oh, I had a great time. My friends and I had pizza on Saturday, and then we all went dancing.
And Joanne, se escucha un eco.
How fun!
Yes, I feel an echo, but I don't know why.
Mira a ver si tiene la aplicación abierta 2 veces.
Let me see. Teacher, I think is another one has the Microsoft open.
Let me check. Try now.
Hello?
Okay. I don't know why. But when I close Angela's microphone, the
The echo finished.
see, that has a name. I just forgot it. Okay, so could you please read again, Cara? The
Oh,
feedback.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, I had a great time. My friends and I had pizza on Saturday, and then we all went dancing.
Okay. Continue, Angela, with Neil.
How fun! Did you go the
How
treadmill?
fun. Did you go the treadmill?
No, we didn't. We went to the new place
No, we
downtown.
didn't.
How
We
about
went
you?
to the
Did
new
you go
place
anywhere?
downtown. How about you? Did you go anywhere?
I didn't go anywhere all weekend. I just
I didn't
stayed
go anywhere
home
all
and studied
weekend.
for
I just
days
stayed
Spanish
home and
test.
studied for days
Our,
Spanish test.
Ay, Dios mío, me da risa. Our test is
Ay,
today.
Dios mío, me da risa.
I forgot
Our
about that.
test is
Deja
today.
vu, deja vu.
I forgot about that.
Don't worry, you almost get an A.
Don't worry, you almost
Okay.
get an A.
Okay, okay, very well.
Okay.
Yeah, that was very well. Apparently, here Joanny had a deja vu. Our test is today. I forgot about that. Okay, let's continue with Janelle and Camila. Janelle, Neil, Camila, Cara.
So, what did you do last weekend, Cara? So, what did you do last
Oh, I
weekend,
had
Cara?
a great time. My friend
Oh, I had a
had
great
pizza on
time.
Saturday,
My
and
friend
then we
had pizza on
with them.
Saturday, and then we went then.
How far did you go to the tournament? How far did you go
No,
to the tournament?
we didn't. We went to
No,
that new place
we
downtown.
didn't.
How
We went
about you?
to that new
Did you
place
go anyway?
downtown. How about you? Did you go
No,
anyway?
I didn't go anywhere all weekend. No, I didn't go anywhere all weekend. I just stayed home and studied for
Our
today's Spanish
our
test.
test is
Test.
today. I
Our
forgot about that.
our test is today. I
Don't
forgot about
worry,
that.
you always get an A. Don't worry, you always
Okay,
get
okay,
an
very
A.
well. Somebody else is going to read. Someone else is going to read. Okay, Joangel Gomez. Someone else besides Joangel Gomez is going to read.
I can be his partner. In case
I can be
nobody
his
else
partner.
wants to
In
read.
case
Okay,
nobody
okay.
else wants to
So
read.
Joangel Gomez and Joanny Hill, the two J's. So now Joanny, you're going to be Neil, and Joangel is going to be Cara.
Okay. So, what did you do
Okay.
last weekend, Kara?
So, what did you do last weekend,
I
Kara?
had a great time. My friend and I
I
had
had
pizza on
great time.
Saturday.
My
And
friend and
then
I had
we
pizza on
all
Saturday,
went dancing.
and then
How
we
fun!
all went
Did you
dancing.
go to the treadmill?
How fun! Did
No,
you go
we
to the
didn't.
treadmill?
We went to
No, we
the new
didn't.
place downtown.
We
How
went
about you?
to
Did
the
you
new
go
place
anywhere?
downtown. How about you?
No, I
Did
didn't.
you
No,
go anywhere?
no, I didn't go
No, I
anywhere
didn't.
all
No,
weekend.
no,
I
I
just
didn't go
stayed
anywhere
home and
all
studied
weekend.
for
I
today's
just
Spanish
stayed
test.
home and studied for
Our
today's
test is
Spanish
today.
test.
I
Our
forgot about
test
that.
is today.
Yes, it's today.
I forgot
Don't
about that.
worry. You always get
Yes,
an
it's
A.
today. Don't worry.
Okay,
You always get
okay.
an A.
Okay, Edward, very well. Edward, are you going to read?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Entrando.
Okay,
Danza.
yes, yes.
Entrando.
Somebody else is going to read besides Edward that hasn't read.
Yes.
Okay. Someone wants to
Yes.
join Edward for the reading of the ones that already read. Okay, Angela. Okay, thank you, Angela. So, Angela is going to be Kara now. And Edward, you are Neil.
Yes. So what did you do
So what
that
did
weekend, Cara?
so what did you do that weekend,
Oh,
Cara?
I had a great time. My friends and I
I
had
had a
pizza
great
on
time.
Saturday,
My
and
friends
then
and
we
I had
all
pizza on
went
Saturday,
dancing.
and then we all went
On
dancing.
phone, did you go to the
On phone, did you go
treatment?
to
Did you go to the treadmill?
treatment?
Treatment.
Treatment.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
No, we didn't.
See, until
Angela,
She
could you please
Okay,
continue? Yes, he
until
not do it.
okay.
Okay.
No, we didn't. We went to the new place
No, we
downtown.
didn't.
How
We
about
went to
you?
the
Did
new
you go
place
anywhere?
downtown. How about you? Did you
no,
go
I
anywhere?
did go
no, I
anywhere
did
on the
go
weekend. It should
anywhere
stay.
on the weekend. It should
I'm a student for
stay.
today's Spanish test.
I'm a student for today's Spanish test.
Our test is today. I forgot about that.
Test is today. I
Don't
forgot
worry,
about that.
you are way getting
Don't worry, you are way
You always get
cheating
an
at
A.
get a name.
Yeah, you
cheating.
always get an A. Okay,
Get an A.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read this again, guys. So, what did you do last weekend, Kara? Oh, I had a great time. My friends and I had pizza on Saturday, and then we all went dancing. How fun! Did you go to the treadmill? Remember, treadmill. No, we didn't. We went to that new place downtown. How about you? Did you go anywhere? Anywhere. Anywhere. No, I didn't go anywhere all weekend. I just stayed home and studied for today's Spanish test. Our test is today? I forgot about that. Don't worry, you always get an A. Okay, so this is pretty simple. The structures here are all in past tense. Okay, so let's review that. This is our first homework for Thursday. Our first homework for Thursday. So here you have write the simple past of these regular verbs. Easy peasy. Watch, play, invite, arrive, study, hurry, travel, wash, and look. Regular verbs.
Brian,
And here, let me help you with this.
Brian.
And here we have write the simple present form of these irregular simple past verbs. Here we have the opposite. Here we have the past tense, right, of these irregular verbs, and we need to write down the simple present form. So we have ate, the simple present form is eat, did, met, saw, slept, spent, drove, went. All of these verbs are in the irregular. Sorry, all of these verbs are irregular in the past simple. So you have to write down their simple present form. Easy peasy. Okay, so here we have the simple past, right? The simple past. We have yes or no questions, and we have WH questions. So I'm going to explain this with this. I hope you like it. So we have the past, right? The past. Here we have talking about the past. Simple questions, simple answers. Okay. Okay, so here we have two tools for the past. We can use did, right, for actions. Actions. Like run, walk. Those are actions. Or we can use descriptions. Or use it for descriptions. Like in the case of was and where. So we have two tools for the past. We have did and we have the past of the verb to be. These are two different tools. A tool es una herramienta, right? A tool. Okay, so let's focus on the first one. The first tool, actions with did. Okay, so here we have asking about actions. Did you work? Right? This is a question asking about asking about an action. We have here the verb work, which is a verb that represents an action. Did you work on Saturday? Did you go anywhere last weekend? Work is an action verb. Go is an action verb. Okay? So when we have an action verb, we need the auxiliary did to build our question. And this is a yes or no question. Okay, so when we have a question like this one, did you work on Saturday or did you go anywhere last weekend? We have one of two answers. It's either yes or no. Let's start with yes, saying yes. Okay, the answer is yes, I did, period, right? If I want to add more information, I have to remember that I have to change the tense of the verb. So here you have, I worked all day. So we have the verb work in the past tense, right? We have the verb work in the past tense because we have an affirmative sentence. And when you are talking in the past in English, and you have an affirmative sentence, you have to use the verb in the past tense. So, yes, I did is the response, period. I worked all day. Another example is, yes, I did, period. I went to the movies. Again, I have an affirmative sentence, and because of that, I have to change the tense of the verb because this action is in the past. Okay? In the case of the saying no, a negative answer, I have did not, right? And the contraction, which is didn't. You know that. So something happens here. We have no, I didn't, right? That is the negative response. No, I didn't. I didn't work at all. As you can see here, because I am using didn't, the verb didn't change. The verb stayed in its base form. The same thing happens here. No, I didn't. I didn't go anywhere. Again, because I am using the auxiliary here in its negative form, didn't, the verb stayed in its base form. The same thing happens with the questions. You see, did, work, did, go, because in English, if you have did, I already know that the question is in the past, so I don't need to put another verb in the past tense, because with did is more than enough. So in questions, because I use the auxiliary did, the verb is going to stay in its base form, but also in negative responses, because if I want to build a negative response in English in the past tense, I need the auxiliary didn't. So when I use didn't, again, the verb is going to stay in its base form because didn't is present. As you can see, when I am working with an affirmative sentence, I don't have an auxiliary. I don't have did and I don't have didn't. So in this case, I have to use the past tense of the specific verb that I am using in that sentence. In this case, it's work, worked, or in this case is go, well, the past tense is went. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so we have here a full question using WH. Remember, when we have a WH question, it's because we want a more broad question. Okay, we want to know about what you did, el qué, el cuándo. Remember, el por qué. That's why we use WH question, to know more information. Information that a simple question using did, like this one, can provide. Because remember, this is a yes or no question. You won't give me more information. But with this, I can know more. For example, what did Neil do on Saturday? What did Neil do on Saturday? He stayed home and studied for a test. As you can see here, this is an affirmative sentence. And because of that, all the verbs are in the past tense. He stayed home and studied for a test. Okay? But here, because we have did as an auxiliary in this WH question, as you can see, the verb do is in its base form because did is present. So it's a simple rule. If you have did or didn't in the sentence, the verb is going to be in its base form. Again, how did Kara spend her weekend? How did Kara spend her weekend? Because we have the auxiliary did in this how question, we see the verb in its base form. But the answer, because you don't have the auxiliary here because you don't use it, we have all the verbs in the past tense. She went to a club and danced with some friends. Both verbs are in the past tense because we don't have an auxiliary here. We don't have did or didn't because we use did for questions and didn't for negative answers. Okay, so one more slide. So your quick cheat sheet. Your quick cheat sheet. Keep this to talk about the past. Action questions. Did you work? Action answers. I worked. I didn't work. Okay? We will talk about this in a moment. Okay, so let's go back. So I just explained using other means the simple past. Do you have any questions regarding this? Is this clear?
Yes, teacher, clear. Very clear.
Yes, teacher,
Okay.
clear.
Okay.
Very clear.
Excellent. So let's continue. Our first homework of this grammar focus is this one. Complete these conversations, right? Using the verbs that you have in parentheses, right? Here you have a list of irregular verbs and a list of regular verbs. Okay? The majority of these verbs you have seen throughout the course, so nothing new there. So this is the second homework. Yes, second homework. Third homework. Use the cues to answer these questions. Again, here you have questions. You have the cues here in parentheses. You have to use the cues to answer these questions. For example, where did you go this weekend? The cues say to the zoo. Oh, that's easy. I went to the zoo. Simple as that. Third homework. Here you have this word power, chores and activities, a lot of fun, the bed, dancing, chores, a good time, the laundry, shopping, a trip, a bike ride, a video. So find 2 other words or phrases from the list that usually go with each verb. So you're going to select which of these phrases normally go with a particular verb. So we have do my homework. What other expression from here, 2 more expressions from here, normally go with do? The same thing with go. The same thing with have. The same thing with make, and the same thing with take. So, 2 more expressions, okay? Solamente 2 expresiones más. 2 more expressions. You have to identify which of those expressions go with each of these verbs. 2 more expressions per verb, okay? 2 more expressions per verb, okay? Then you have a listening. Did you have a good holiday? Listen to Andrew tell Elizabeth what he did yesterday. Check the things Andrew did. Okay, so we are going to listen to this audio and we have to identify which activities Andrew did, right? And we need to write down the reasons, las razones, reasons. Okay, easy peasy. More exercises. Complete this question, complete the questions in this conversation. In this case, you have answers, answers, answers. You need to figure out what would be the question for each answer. Again, using the simple past. 2 more of the simple past. Yes, I know. Those are a lot of exercises, but the simple past or the past simple is a very important tense in English. And I need you to actually know it, to know all the rules, because we will see this topic again in the second book. Okay? And it goes without saying that you need this to speak. So answer these questions with negative statements, then add a positive statement using the information in the box. Okay. So I'm going to explain this in Spanish just in case, because this can be tricky, okay? This can be tricky. Lo voy a explicar en español porque puede ser un poco confuso, pero no es difícil. Todas estas preguntas las vamos a responder de manera negativa. Todas. Todas. Lo que vamos a escribir, lo que vamos a seleccionar de aquí es una de las opciones que vemos en la caja para construir una respuesta después del punto afirmativa. Por ejemplo, did you and John go to Annie's party on Saturday? La respuesta es negativa. No, we didn't. Evidentemente, el pronombre va a cambiar dependiendo de lo que se encuentre en la pregunta. En este caso dice, did you and John? Ustedes. La respuesta ya yo sé que va a ser no, nosotros no, ¿verdad? We, no, we didn't. Punto. Entonces, esta estructura de respuesta corta negativa se va a aplicar a todas. El pronombre va a cambiar porque el pronombre depende de lo que se esté preguntando, de a quién se le esté preguntando, ¿verdad? Ahora, después del punto, vamos, ¿verdad? Porque después de que respondemos así, siempre va un punto. Siempre va un punto. Entonces, luego vamos a estructurar una respuesta afirmativa utilizando una de las oraciones que tenemos aquí arriba que mejor encaje con la pregunta que se hizo. La idea de esto es responder negativo para luego entonces decir qué realmente sucedió. Volvemos a la pregunta. Did you and John go to Annie's party on Saturday? ¿Tú y Juan fueron a la fiesta de Annie el sábado? No, nosotros no fuimos. Nosotros nos quedamos en casa todo el fin de semana. ¿Ok? Esa es la dinámica. Decir que no y luego decir que realmente sucedió. Decir que no y decir que realmente sucedió. Evidentemente, la primera va a ser negando y la que continúa va a ser afirmando para obligarlos a utilizar el verbo en pasado. Fíjense que no están en pasado aquí, usted tiene que ponerlos en pasado. Tell me, Gerancel.
Era para responder la primera.
¿Tú quieres responder esta?
Para responder la primera.
Ok, adelante. Vamos a escuchar a Gerancel. Let's listen to Gerancel. Could you please read?
Bad. Left work at 2 o'clock.
Left work at 2 o'clock.
Did you go home
Yesterday afternoon?
No.
Did you go
I
home
didn't
early
go
too?
early. I worked
No,
all day
I didn't go
until 6
early.
o'clock.
I worked all day
Okay, okay.
6 o'clock.
Very well, Gerancel. Un solo puntito aquí sería no I didn't y pararlo ahí. Y luego I worked all day until 6 o'clock. Ok. Pero bien. Sí, como la idea es hacer la respuesta corta negativa, no I didn't, estuvo correctísimo eso ahí. No I didn't, punto. I worked all day until 6 o'clock. Muy bien. Entonces, eso es lo que vamos a hacer ahí. Seguimos en inglés. Read about Pamela's week. Match the sentences that have similar meaning. Okay? Similar meaning. Okay, so here we have 6 sentences, and here we have another 6 sentences. So this sentence or these sentences have another sentence here with a similar meaning. So for example, she was broke last week. What other sentence here has the same meaning? Oh, letter F. She spent all her money. Because in English, when you are broke, like we say in Spanish, estoy roto, when you are broke, it's because you have no money, right? So in English, the word is broke. So she was broke last week is the same as she spent all her money. The idea is pretty similar. At the end, she has no money. Okay? So you have to do the same thing with number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. You have to find which other sentence say the same thing as the sentence from column A. Interesting, right? Okay, let's read now. It's your turn to participate. Lucky you. Who is going to begin with this reading? Who is going to begin? Saoni, the brave woman. Okay, Saoni and Joanny Hill. Saoni is Leah and Joanny is Cody.
Okay. Hi, Cody.
Okay.
Was your vacation?
Hi, Cody. How was your vacation?
Excellent. I went to California with my cousin.
Excellent.
We had
I went
a great
to California with my cousin. We had a
Lucky
great
you.
time.
How long were you there?
Lucky you. How
About
long
a
were
week.
you there?
Cool.
About
Was the
a week.
weather okay?
Cool. Was the
Not really.
weather
It
okay?
was pretty cloudy. But
Not
I went
really.
surfing
It
every
was
day.
pretty cloudy.
The waves
But I
were
went surfing
amazing.
every day. The waves
So,
were
what
amazing.
was the best thing about
So,
the
what
trip?
was the best thing about
Well,
the trip?
something incredible happened.
Well,
Muy
something
bien, something
incredible happened.
happened. Okay, let's continue. Gerancel and Janelle. Gerancel is Leah and Janelle Cody.
Hi, Cody. How was your vacation?
Hi, Cody.
It
How was
was
your
excellent.
vacation?
I went to California
It
with
was
my cousin.
excellent.
We
I
had
went to
a great time.
California with my cousin.
Lucky
We
you.
had a great time.
How long were you there?
Lucky you. How
About
long
a
were you
week.
there?
Cool. Was the
About
weather
a
okay?
week.
Cool. What's the
Not
word?
really.
Okay.
It was pretty crowded,
Not
but
really.
we went
It was
surfing
pretty crowded,
every
but
day.
we
The
went
waves were
surfing
Every day
So,
the West were
what was the
amazing.
best thing about the
So,
trip?
what was the best thing about the
Well,
trip?
something incredible. Well, something
Okay, something
incredible
incredible. Remember the
happened.
movie Incredible. Mr. Incredible. Okay, let's continue with Angela. Well done, guys. Well done. Angela and Nidia. Angela, Leah, Nidia, Cody.
Alright. Hi, Cody. As was your vacation?
Hi, Cody. How was your vacation?
Was excellent. I went
It
to
was
California with
excellent.
my cousin.
I went to
We
California
had
with
a
my
great
cousin.
time.
We had a great time.
Angela, your microphone is off. You are the person with
Oh,
the feedback, Angela.
Oh,
I
sorry.
have to close your microphone when you stop talking,
I,
when you stop
yes.
talking so the other person can read.
Yes, it's okay, teacher. I forgot.
Yes, it's okay,
Look
teacher. I
you.
forgot.
Look at you.
Uh,
How long
look
we
you.
were
Look
you
at
there?
you. How long were you there?
About a week. About a week.
About a week. About a week.
Cool. Was the weather okay?
Cool.
No,
What's the
really?
word? Okay.
It was pretty cloudy.
No, really?
But we
It
went
was
surf
pretty
every
cloudy.
day.
But we
Then
went surf
12
every
word
day.
a magazine.
Then word a
So,
magazine.
what the best? What
So,
was the best thing about the trip?
what was the best
Well,
thing about the
something
trip?
incredible happening.
Well, something
Happened.
incredible
Happened.
happening.
Happen.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Well done. Well
Happened.
done. Well done, girls. Okay, let's continue with Edward and Camila. Edward is Cody, Camila, Leah.
Hi, Cody. How was your
Hi,
vacation?
Cody. How was your vacation?
He went
Your
to California with my cousin. We
He
had
went
a
to
good time.
California with my cousin. We had a great time.
Lucky you. How long were you there?
Lucky you. How long
About a
were you
week.
there?
Cool.
About a
Was
week.
the weather okay?
Cool. Was the weather
Already
okay?
it was pretty cloudy,
Already it
but
was
we
pretty
went
cloudy,
surfing every day.
but we
Then
went
where it
surfing every
must
day. Then
amazing.
The
where it
waves.
must
The waves.
amazing.
So, what was the best thing about the trip?
So, what was the
Well,
best thing
something
about the trip?
literally happened.
Well, something
Something
literally
incredible happened.
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 Okay, Joankel Gomez.
Happened.
Someone else is going to read that hasn't read. Okay. Of the ones that already read, who wants to join Joankel Gomez? Joanny Hill. Thank you. Okay. So, Joanny, you read Leah or Cody?
I read Cody.
Cody. Okay. So now you are
I
Leah and
read
Joankel
Cody.
is Cody.
Okay. Hi, Cody. How was your vacation? Okay. Hi,
It
Cody.
was
How
exciting.
was your vacation?
I went to California with It my was cousin. exciting.
We had a
I
great
went
time.
to California with my cousin.
Lucky you.
We had a
How
great
long
time.
were you there? Lucky you.
About a week.
How long were you there? Cool. Was
About
the
a week.
weather okay? Cool.
Not really.
Was the
It
weather
was
okay?
really cloudy, but
Not
we
really.
went
It
surfing
was
every
really
day. Cloudy,
The
but
waves were
we went
amazing.
surfing every day. The
So,
waves
what
were
was the
amazing.
best thing about the trip? So, what
Well,
was the best thing
something
about the trip?
incredible happened.
Well,
Really,
something
Happened.
incredible
Happened.
happened. happened.
Yes,
Really?
but I want
Right?
to know what is the
Happened.
things incredible
Yes,
that
but I
happened.
want to know what is the
You're
things
curious to know
incredible
what
that
happened, right?
happened.
Well, in
Yes,
the audio of this conversation,
Yes,
they say what happened, but it's in the audio.
seriously,
Yeah,
seriously.
it's in the audio.
seriously, seriously.
Okay, so let's read this again. Hi, Cody. How was your vacation? It was excellent. I went to California with my cousin. We had a great time. Lucky you. How long were you there? About a week. Cool. Was the weather okay? Not really. It was pretty cloudy, but we went surfing every day. The waves were amazing. Normally, when you say the word amazing, you need to say it with enthusiasm, with emotions. Amazing. Because you are actually impressed. It's when you say increíble, in Spanish. Increíble. You say that with emotions, unless you're trying to be ironic. You say increíble. Okay, that's different. But here, you're not being ironic. You want to express your surprise. Amazing. So it's important to remember that. So, what was the best thing about the trip? Well, something incredible happened that I don't remember, but I know it's in the audio. Okay, so our second grammar focus of the night, past of verb to be, the past of the verb to be. So again, tool number 2, descriptions and locations. So in the case of the tool number 2, which is the past of the verb to be, it's not about actions, not actions, just where you were and how it was. Of course, was and where can be used for other things as well. Like, for example, to talk about origin. When were you born? Where were you born? Okay? But in this case, the focus is on location and status. But the main idea, and I want you to get this pretty clearly, is that we use did for actions in the past. Everything else, status, location, origin, feeling, we need the verb to be. We use was and where. Remember that the basic structure of was is I was, he was, she was, it was, and where for you, we, they. You were, we were, they were. For example, were you in California? Location. Was the weather okay? Status. Okay. Answering with was where. How was your vacation? How was your vacation? It was excellent. Remember that we use the verb to be depending on the subject. The subject is what determines which verb to be I am going to use. Okay. So how was your vacation? It was excellent. I was away for a week. Were your parents there? Yes, they were. So as you can see, this is a WH question, which means this is an open question, a more broad or a broader question. And this is a yes or no question using the verb to be. So the answer is either yes or no. Pretty simple. As you can see, we have were here because the subject is they. Yes, they were. Okay, so the contraction machine was plus not is wasn't. You know that. Were plus not is weren't. Was the weather okay? No, it wasn't. Were they in California? No, they weren't. Okay, so these are negative responses to the question with the verb to be, to a yes or no question with the verb to be. Okay, Here we have was at the beginning of the question because we're talking about the weather and it's singular, it's an it, so we use was. Here we have where because the subject is they, plural, and we use where. Okay. So the big rule to remember, do not mix, no mezclen, do not mix. Actions, right versus wrong. The right form is, or the correct form is, did you work? Right? Did you work? Because we have did, the verb stayed in its base form. Where you work, this is incorrect, okay? We don't mix the verb to be with action verbs, okay? Here, right versus wrong again. Were you in California? With the verb to be. The wrong form or the wrong way would be, did you in California? This makes no sense in English. So remember, do not mix. The verb to be we normally use it alone. Okay? All the other verbs in the past need the auxiliary. But the verb to be is a special verb. So it has its own rules. Okay. Bringing it all together. How was your weekend? It was excellent. I went to California. You see this? Two different answers. Both are in the past, but we have different structures. How was your weekend? It was excellent. With the verb to be, a state. And then we talk about an action. I went to California. It was excellent, period. I went to California. Something that was the status of something, it was excellent. And then we have an action. I went to California. Two different sentences. They are not together. Okay? This is one sentence and this is another sentence. Did you go to the beach? Yes. But the weather wasn't great. Again, I have here yes, which answers the yes or no question with did, yes. After that, I have another sentence. This is talking about the weather. Okay? So for the weather, we use the verb to be, but the weather wasn't great. So what I'm trying to say with all of this is that you can use both tenses in the answer of a question, but separately, in different sentences. You cannot mix them together. You cannot mix them up. Okay. Okay, so that was the explanation about this. Do you have any questions about this? Is this clear?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you, Angela. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Everything is clear. So, more homework. So, we're going to do this homework using the verb to be in the past. Okay, the verb to be in the past. The same thing here. Complete this conversation with was, wasn't, were, or weren't. Pretty easy, right? Again, we have this one. Choose the correct questions. Choose the correct questions to complete this conversation. You only have to choose which question do you think fit best in each time, in each blank space. And we have the last exercise, another listening. So 2 listenings for Thursday. I was on vacation, listened to Daniel and Amanda talk about their vacations. Did they have a good time? Check yes or no. And then you have to listen again. Complete the chart with information about their vacations. Daniel's vacation place. We need to identify the place. Who with, con quién, and activities, right? Again, Amanda's vacation place, who with, and activities. Okay. So let's finish this class with the reading. Who has Marco for tonight? Who has Marco for tonight? Who has Marco? No one has Marco. That's impossible. That is impossible.
I remember that Marco was a female.
I remember that Marco was a female that chose that choose.
A female chose this.
This
Let me check.
one.
I need to write
was
this
a female.
down. Every time I forget to write this down. Well, I don't see it here. Okay, who has Leticia?
Leticia, I think it's mine. Leticia.
Leticia,
It's yours? Okay,
I think
so go ahead.
It's mine.
Leticia.
Okay. Guys, look at this. This is in the desert.
Guys, look at this.
Hurghada.
This is in the desert near
I was just there
Hurghada,
with my friend
Egypt.
Carla.
I was
Desert
just there
bread
with my
is
friend
a piece
Carla.
of land art
Desert
made
bread
by
is
three
a piece
people
of
in the
land
90s.
art made
An artist,
by three people
an
in the 90s.
and an
An
engineer.
artist, an architect,
It's
and
made
an
of
engineer.
It's made of
It's
sand.
made of
And
it's
it
made
covers
of
a
sand,
large
and
area of
it
the Sahara
covers a
Desert.
large area of the Sahara
100,000
Desert.
square meters.
100,000 square meters,
acres.
or about
Every
25
year,
acres.
some of the art
Every year,
the
some
wind
of the
moves the
art
sand away.
disappears.
For
The
now,
wind moves
it's so
the sand
large
away.
that
For now, it's so large that
Satellites.
satellite. It's so large of satellites in space.
It's so large of satellites in space. Take photos of it.
Okay, well done,
How
Joanny.
cool is that?
So, guys, look at this. This is in the desert near Hurghada, Egypt. I was just there with my friend Carla. Desert Breath is a piece of land art made by three people in the 90s: an artist, an architect, and an engineer. It's made of sand and it covers a large area of the Sahara Desert, 100,000 square meters, or about 25 acres. Every year, some of the art disappears. The wind moves the sand away. For now, it's so large that satellites in space take photos of it. How cool is that? Okay. Who has Kelly? Nidia.
Kelly is mine, yes.
Thank you, Nidia. Go ahead, Nidia.
Kelly is mine, yes.
I flew from La Paz to Uni
Okay.
to see this.
I flew from La Paz to Uni to see this spectacular place.
It's called
I took so many pictures.
and
It's called Southern Uni
It
and is
was
in beautiful
part
Bolivia.
of a giant
It was
salt
part
lake
of
in
a
prehistoric
giant
time.
salt
I
lake
went
in
there in a
prehistoric
group
time.
in
I
Again.
went there in a
You
group
have to
in
walk
a
alone.
game.
Say you
You
need
have to
to
walk
be in
alone.
pretty good shape.
Say you need
We
to
walked
be in
for
pretty
a
good
whole
shape.
day.
We
Something
worked
you
for
feel
a
like
whole
you
day.
when
Something you feel like you
Walking.
when
Walking on clouds.
work
walking
on
and
clouds.
when
Walking
and still
walking on clouds.
the lake
When and
in looking
still
like and
the lake
mirror.
in looking like
I
and gate
never
mirror.
forget.
I
Okay, I'll never forget it.
never
Okay,
forget.
so well done, Nidia. I flew from La Paz to Juni to see this spectacular place. I took so many pictures. It's called Salar de Uyuni and it's in beautiful Bolivia. It was part of a giant tall lake in prehistoric times. I went there in a group with a guide. You have to walk a lot, so you need to be in pretty good shape. We walked for a whole day. Sometimes you feel like you're walking on clouds. When I saw the lake, it looked like a giant mirror. I'll never forget it. Okay, so Marco never showed up. Marco never showed up. That's a loss there. Okay, so let's continue. Read the online post, then write the number of the post where each sentence could go. Okay, this is the last part of the class, guys, so let's do this. It was pretty tiring, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Tell me, Nidia.
Okay. En la primera, is Kelly. Number
En la
three,
primera,
it was pretty
is Kelly.
train,
Number 3,
Tiring.
it was pretty
tiring,
train, both
enjoyed
tiring,
every minute of it.
enjoyed
Okay.
every minute
Yes, that's
of
right, number
it.
3. And the next
Is
one, the
Kelly.
ride was scary because we were so high up.
La respondo yo, teacher.
If you have it, yes.
La respondo yo, teacher.
Is Marco number 1.
Yes.
Is Marco number 1.
Because
The ride was scary because
So
we
high
weren't
up. Okay. So the last one, the remaining one is I hope to meet the people who made it is obviously number 2, right?
Yes. Letitia. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Letitia.
Letitia.
Okay. So let's answer
Yes.
these 4 questions and that will be all for tonight. So which person used an unusual form of transportation? Which of those persons used an unusual form of transportation? An unusual form of transportation. We have one here. We have like 3 here. 3, 4 in Dominican Republic.
Teacher, esa yo no la hice. I'm sorry.
Teacher, esa yo no la hice. I'm
¿Quién
sorry.
dijo? Okay. ¿Quién dijo algo?
Que yo no la hice. Parece que ninguno lo hicimos.
Ok. Pues entonces va a quedar pendiente para el próximo jueves. No se van a librar del reading. Queda pendiente para el próximo jueves. No se preocupe que tenemos una mejora para cuando pasemos al módulo 2 en una semana. Para los reading. Entonces, with that being said, okay guys, so that will be all for tonight. I will send now all the pictures of tonight's class. Obviously the exercises only. So you bring them all for next Thursday. So I want just a quick review. Did you like this way of explaining the class? Was it easier for you using these images?
Yes, I enjoyed it very much.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I enjoyed
Okay,
it.
so
very
from
much.
now on, I will do my best to bring all the explanations like this with the hope that for you is easier to understand. That is my main goal, to make things as easier as possible because things are not complicated. Sometimes they just come like complicated. You know, your first impression, you think is complicated, but at the end, they're not. Okay, guys, so that will be all for tonight. Have a really good night and see you again on Thursday at 8 p.m.
Night.
Goodbye. Good night.
Good night,
Night,
teacher.
teacher.
Night, teacher.
Bye bye.
Good
Good
night,
night,
Bye.
everyone.
teacher.
Good night,
Bye.
teacher. Bye.
Bye.